Hey everybody, this is MyCollectables coming back with another video, and this video is called Stack or Die. This is a way to keep your account alive and to keep the gems flowing into your account long-term and short-term. And I'm going to show you my stacking strategy, and what I do and what I'm going after. And I'm also going to show you picks that I think are absolutely amazing right now for big future gains and strategies that you could use for the short term to keep that gem stack flowing, It's going to be really great, and I hope you like the video. If you do, please smash like. That would be awesome. And also comment down below and what you think about what I'm about to show you today. And also, if there are other items that you think are great stackable opportunities right now. There's a lot because of the way the prices in the market are, but I might miss a few, so let me know. I'm just going to give you a few examples. I'm not going to go over every single one in the app, but there's a few that I think stand out, and you got to wait and see for the final one I'm going to show you, because the future gains on it are so incredible that it's just going to be crazy not to be stacking this one up right now. So, like I said, you can always subscribe to the channel too if you like this kind of thing. This is what we do here on the channel, and I'd love to have you come back. If you want to join the channel as a member and support the channel, that would be awesome. You can just join. It's $1 a month, and you get a free Drophead NFT, and you get the link into the community where we do tons of rewards. So that would be great too. And you can also follow me on Twitter. The link's in the description of all my videos, and we can continue talking there. It's a lot of fun. So let's get into this. Stack or die. So this is kind of my alternative to loading gems. This is a way you can keep that flow of gems coming in. And let's get into this, okay? Because tomorrow's, gains can be made right now. Of course, you might have to wait a little while, but that's the whole point. So let's get into this. Why does stacking work in the Veve app in particular? Well, there's a few reasons. So like I said, steady gems, okay? If you can turn steady small profits all the time, over a slow kind of trickling sort of selling sort of strategy, then you can have steady increases of gems going in your account all the time. And usually they're going to be small little increases. So if you buy like a comic for 2 and you sell it for 4 later, you get like 1.5 to 2 gems profit, but it's a nice steady flow, right? So that's one reason. Wins, okay? Wins are very important, you guys. Getting a price, like selling something at a higher level than what you bought it for, can only really happen if you're stacking up stuff, on the consistent basis. You can get these little wins, and they're very important, especially now in this time when the market's down. If you can actually do this, it's fantastic. And that's seeing that selling icon show up on your phone or on your account is a good feeling, and it really is a way to psychologically keep you really interested in having fun even during down times, right? Especially when you get that little profit, it's fantastic. Now, dollar cost averaging is another great reason to stack, because you can then take prices, you maybe have things you bought a little earlier, and if the price is lower now, you can dollar cost average by buying in and evening out the price across the whole board and then selling for profit later. That's the thing. But the big gains, that's the bottom one, and I'm going to show you. So stick around for the final one I'm going to show you, because it is crazy how much future gains you could make, and it's based upon historical data. So this is going to be nuts, right? So let's get into it. I'm going to show you some safe stacks right now that I think are fantastic for the future. Now, I've talked a lot about Boba Fett, and everybody knows that I've been building my stack on it. So this is for long term, but I'm going to give you some numbers here about safe stacking. Now check this out, okay? So Boba Fett, common or uncommon. Now, here's a little bit of numbers for you. If you want to get 20, that's the goal for me, is to get 20 of each, right? And the reason I want to go 20 is just a nice even number, but it also affects the floor pretty well. Now, the current price on Boba Fett's, okay, like the common and the uncommon, are 22 to 24 gems a piece, all right? So that's really low. Now, today's cost, if you bought 20 of them, would be about 450 gems or so, okay? So here is the thinking, and here is how I think and how I approach this. Now, if this actually just goes back to retail, or just goes to retail, which I believe Boba Fett will in the future, no problem at all. It might take a little while for sure, but once he gets back to retail, your profit margin is going to be about 1,206 gems. All right. And that is actually factoring the 8% selling fee as well, right? So that's including the fee. So if you actually stack up only 20 and he goes to retail only, you're gonna make about 1,200 gems on that, on about 20 of them. So that is an incredible way to think about it if you literally just do the math. And I have no doubts in my mind that he will be at retail. I mean, that's just retail. That's not even if he's like double or triple retail one day, which I believe he will get to. And this is just Boba Fett, for example. You can take almost any collectible and do the exact same thing if they are under retail and a popular character in the real world. It has to have those criteria, everybody. Has to be a popular character. There has to be a decent amount available to stack. There can't be like 10 in the market available. And it has to be something that you think will go back to retail over time. And I believe that this guy is a sure bet. So let's get on to the next one right here. This is another safe bet for you. Okay, so this is an established piece that we have in Veve. Fantastic for number one. Now, this is a slightly different calculation. And this is how I also do my stacking strategy. Okay, it's like not just getting back to real, but I use the factor of the all-time high. Now, I'm not going to go crazy, all right, and say that this is going to go back to its all-time highs. So just for the sake of this video and for the sake of how my mind works, I only gave it if it went back to half of its all-time high. Halfway, okay? And I think that's no problem over time. So this is Fantastic Four 1, one of the most famous comic books in the world. So here's another calculation for you. If you get 20, okay, if you stack them up 20, the current price of these is about 37 to 40, around that range for the common. That'll cost you about 750 gems, right? Okay, so future value, if you go to only the half of the all-time high of this, so this reached an all-time high, excuse me, and I'm not even going there. I'm only going halfway. The profit on that, the price on that would be about 2,900 gems for that amount. So that means your profit on this would be about 1978 in terms of gems. This is after the selling fee is removed. Do you see that? It's almost a 2,000 gem profit, and you've only bought 20, and it's only gone halfway to its all-time high. You see what I'm saying here? This is a really easy calculation. Now, like I said, this is going to take time, so you got to be patient, and you might even be able to get these cheaper if you wait a little bit, right? Okay, so let's do that. So anyway, let's go on to the next one. Now, this is another one. I'm going to go collectible here, and I'm doing safe ones, you guys. I'm not picking strange ones that are off on the side that might go up. These ones are going to go up, okay? This is Spider-Man's FA collectible. Here's the same stacking strategy based upon all-time high. But like I said, I'm not going to go nuts and go all the way to the top. I'm only going to go halfway. So if you got 10 of his FAs, okay, you can do this with the uncommon as well, because there's still enough of them to stack, and they're still both around 100 gems. He'll be about, 1,200 or so gems to spend if you bought 10 of these, okay? At about 110 to 120. Now, the all-time high was quite high, but if you only went halfway there, the value of it would be 7,450, and that would mean your profit, once you take away the selling fee, because if you have to sell them all, 5,600 gems right there on only 10 of these. All right? So that is unbelievable, isn't it? I mean, it's crazy, right? That's only on buying 10. So this is what I'm thinking, but it's got to be long term, right? So anyway, let's go to this one. Now, here's another strategy you can do, and this is on new comics that come to the app, and this probably is the safer one in regards to like short-term gains, in regards to like, not spending a whole horde of gems. So what you have is the new Ghost Rider. This is just an example, okay? You can go after any of the new ones that have a popular character. I always look at characters that have like a FA comic, a first appearance, okay? That's kind of a key thing here. Not just any random comic. It probably has to be a decent one. This one's going to be decent. So like you've said, if you go and you stack up like, say, 50 of these, okay? I'm doing this one with the common, actually. I got 25 so far. But this one, let's go to the uncommon because of Scotty Young. So there's 50, okay? So the price is around 3 gems at the moment because it's brand new. If you stacked up 50, that would cost you about 150 gems, all right? In the future value. Now, if this just goes to retail, just what I did with Boba Fett, if it goes to retail, which is $6.99 or 7 gems, which it will, there's no problem. Over time, it will. You're going to be looking at a profit of about 172 gems, all right? And so that is if it just goes to retail. Now, this is a small stack, and these are small gains, but you can make each sale. Like, think about that. If it's priced at 3, it goes to retail about 7. You're making about 350 to 3.5 gems per sale. And I think that's really nice. And it also helps you with master collector points as well, right? So that's another factor. Now, I'm going to show you, is this the last one? No, okay, this isn't the last one. Here's another one right here. So this is kind of another safe bet. Now, this isn't like an FA character, but this is Batman. So what I think about this character here, in this particular one, because it's Batman. Now, stick around for the last one. It's going to be crazy. I'll show you the value, right? But this one right here, this is Batman. And the reason I picked this one is because there's still enough of these to stack. Most Batmans, there's not enough to stack anymore, like a significant amount. But this one, there's still a decent amount available. Now, this one's going for 18 gems right here. If you picked up 20 of them, that would cost you about $350. Now, if it goes to retail only, you're looking at 800 gems total, and you're looking at a profit of about $360 after you take off the fees. So there you go. That's on 20 of those when it goes back to retail. And this retail, by the way, is only around 40 gems. So it's not that high. And this one also is really good because it's Batman. Everybody that comes new is going to want a Batman, and they're not going to be able to grab Todd's. They're going to grab this one or one of the other ones from this series. So I just thought I'd throw that at you as a nice potential Batman stack. Now, here's the last one, you guys, and this one to me is the best right here. This is really great. So Marvel Comics #1. Now, like I said, this is the all-time high strategy again, right? But only half of it. So if you look at this one, if you only picked up 10, okay, the current price is 80, so that would cost you about 800 gems or so, which is nothing to sneeze at, right? But if you go halfway to its all-time high, you're looking at 3,800 gems, okay? That's how much it would be for a profit of around 3,000 gems, and you're only buying 10. And that's only if it goes to half of its all-time high. If it goes back to its all-time high, you're absolutely laughing. So anybody, if you get a chance to stack up Marvel Comics 1, that would be amazing. Now, what I'm personally doing is I'm stacking up Amazing Fantasy, the uncommon, okay? I'm stacking those ones up, but I didn't put them in this video because we don't know where those prices are going to be yet. I think they're going to be crazy in the future, super high. But the reason I put this one in, is because we already know the all-time high from before, and it's something you can compare to, right? So anyway, I want to know what you think about this strategy and the ones you got. Like I said, you got the all-time high strategy. Just cut it in half, right? Or even a quarter, and you still make gains, huge gains, if you factor the math that way. There is also the new comic strategy. That one's kind of the one that I like to do the most. That one's on the small gains for sure, right? That one's another great strategy as well, right? So those are kind of the strategies you can use to stack. And this is a great way to keep your gems flowing because you can shave one off the top every now and again. Whenever you need something, you can shave one right off the top and you'll get those gems back, right? You got to stick with popular stuff that will sell though, right? Anyway, let me know what you think of the video. I will see you in the next one, and happy collecting.